Hi everyone, I hope you're good guys and welcome for a new video. So today, as you can see, I'm gonna show you off my studio and what I use to make music on the daily basis. And yeah, let's get started. Alright, so let's get started with the central element of the studio, which is basically my desktop PC. And I've got i7 8700 with 16 gigabyte of RAM. I will put the specs on the video right now. I've got 512 SSD to to run the program and the session in Ableton, and then I have 1 terabyte hard drive as well inside, just to set up my library, picture, video, and stuff like that. So then yeah, I'm running Ableton Live mainly, and then the second main element, let's move into the sound card. So it's a MOTU 828 MKII. So it's this one on the top. So it's a pretty old sound card. Basically, I bought it second hand, probably like 8 or 9 years ago, but it still works like perfectly. And I've been thinking to change it, but honestly, when something is working, I usually don't change it until it gets broke. So yeah, I will probably keep it for a long time again. And right under is the Midi Express 128. It's from MOTU as well, and this is basically a kind of Midi hub. And I bought that because when I started making music and I had Ableton, I started to buy a lot of hardware like Groovebox, drum machine, synthesizer, and there was no like today USB connection, and everything was in Midi, and Midi is kind of a headache to control MIDI in, out, and stuff like that. And this card basically was very good to kind of having a nice routing in Ableton. I could route everything to control what I wanted, and yeah, that's why I've got this. But you can see deactivated. I don't use it anymore because first, I don't have that much hardware gear, and now most of them, they are coming even with USB for the MIDI. So yeah, that's cool. All right, so right on top of that, here we have this, which is Moco. Basically, it's the kind of control room. It's a cheap one. I pay £50 for it, but it allows me to quickly switch, for example, from headphone to speaker if I want to mute the speaker quick. And I have two output as well, so I could control and listen on my main speaker, or I can as well decide to use. I have another pair of speakers I'm going to show you later, which is kind of shit one, but it's kind of as a reference. But lately I've been using as well to record my live set, because the problem in Ableton when you have hardware is that, and Windows actually, you need to use the driver of Windows to record the audio. But if you do that in Ableton, basically you cannot have access to the driver or the sound card, and so you cannot really record your hardware. So you have to have an external things to record, and this way I have to output, and I can use one of the outputs which is going inside this recorder, which is a Zoom H6 recorder. And I basically mainly bought it first for recording outside ambiances and going outside and do some field recording, but it can be great as well to record any kind of stuff basically. So that's for what I'm using it as well. And one thing I didn't talk, but here is my headphone. So I don't know if you can see, but it's the DT 770 Pro. Is the 250 ohm version. So same in this, I've been using it for 8 or 9 years, and they are still working perfectly. So that's very good quality. Same again, I don't think I will ever change. I'm so used to them, so yeah, I will keep them probably all my life. And then, so right here we just have this is the mic. It's disconnected because that's the mic I used to record. It's USB mic. I know it's a bit of a shame, but it works well. It does the job. I don't need a high-end mic because I'm not singing. It's just to record my voice, so that's fine. And it's there because usually I have a kind of a system right here, like I have a tripod with a lot of bullshit on it for the light and stuff like that. But I remove it for now because it was looking bad. But yeah, and I have this. So this actually, I bought it for the camera. It's kind of something to remove the dust from everything, and it's actually pretty good for synthesizer as well. So honestly, that's really great, or synthesizer or your keyboard or any kind of stuff. That's really good to use for cleaning stuff. And this, I have this second screen. This second screen I use mainly, like you can see here, with OBS. That's the only, I don't use two screens in Ableton, I just use one screen. And I use this one, yeah, like this as a second screen for when I'm doing live stream. Can happen as well sometimes if if I want to watch a tutorial and I have on this one, and I can have my Ableton as well on the other side. So yeah, that can be handy as well. And all right, so now let's talk about speakers. So my main pair of speakers are the Focal CMS50. So same, I bought them probably 8 or 9 years ago, and I used to hate them because they are kind of very true to what to how you sound, and basically my sound was sounding like shit, and I was like, okay, this speaker doesn't sound good, doesn't reflect the reality, but even if they was, so I used to hate them, but now I just love them because they are true. So if you do some bullshit, they're just telling you that you're doing bullshit. And I have this second one, so that's my second pair of speaker, which is kind of a joke, obviously. It's just the Logitech, but this is great because you can have an idea of, this is what a lot of people have in their home, and what they are probably listening to music as well. So it's good to have another kind of reference rather than just the Focal. Yeah, before to go into the hardware, the screen I've got is just 27-inch Samsung. It's basically a TV actually. And one tip maybe I can give you, once I've tried to use 32-inch and was actually too big, the screen, and you have to move left, right, your head like this when you make music, and it's so annoying. So just keep that in mind if you want to upgrade your screen, because it might be a problem. Alright, so let's jump into the hardware. So I've got a Midi 2S that I bought in last November. I've just made a video review about it. I will put the link in the description, and it will appear in the corner as well. So I just love this machine. It's got a built-in sequencer, and you have a patch bay. It's a semi-modular synth, and it just sounds great. You can just like, let me play a little bit. I don't know if you can hear. You can make really great sequence and weird noise as well, and yeah, pretty dope synthesizer. Then the second main element of the studio is obviously the push. You can see it's just right of my keyboard. I use it to enter notes or to control value. I made a video as well about it, how I use it, and it's just a great tool when you are an Ableton Live user. It's just fantastic. And so then we have this, which is the Faderfox PC44, and as you can see, it's quite a lot of knobs. So I was looking for something like this, and I found this second hand as well. So you cannot buy them anymore. I think it's kind of discontinued product, and it's really great. I kind of have my edge track here, and I have my volume. I have a kind of EQ, FX send, and other stuff. Same, I've made a video about how I use it. I can use it as well, like for example, you can see me sometime in the live stream when it's play. I have a low cut here and some SFX here. That's pretty handy, and I can quickly, when I'm in Ableton, assign, a macro here. It's just there. So yeah, it's pretty solid honestly, and it's small. It doesn't take too many space. So yeah, they do very great project, Faderfox. And then we have the Beatstep. So same, I originally bought it both to be like a controller with knob, but as well for his sequencer. But obviously, since I've got the Minibrute 2S, I don't really use the sequencer mode. And I use this one, same for my live set, to control some drums and stuff like that. But I use it here as well sometimes to trigger a drum. Can be very handy as well. So yeah, and then yeah, one thing I didn't talk is the keyboard and the mouse. So this is quite expensive one. I kind of give myself a little treat because I had like both a shit mouse and a shit keyboard, and I say, okay, let's upgrade and let's buy something very comfortable, as I'm typing a lot and using the mouse a lot more than anything else right here. So I say, why to neglect it? So the mouse is the Mx Master 3, and it costs around £100, and the keyboard is Mx Key, and it costs as well about £100. So it's quite a lot just for a keyboard and a mouse, but I guess I will probably never ever buy any more mouse or keyboard in my life. And as well, nice piece of hardware I've got is this. So this is basically, I don't know if you can see, the LIVE audio microphone Soundbox. So basically this, you have like microphone inside the box. I don't know if you can hear through my microphone, and you can play with that, and that's very nice, you know, because you can dip it in a lot of reverb, and when you do hypnotic track, if you want to put percussion in the background, you have this as well. So you have the bow from, and you can do like, I'm gonna try, wait, let me switch my hand, and I'm gonna try to do it. And that's pretty good, because if you play live, I don't know if you're gonna hear it, but and yeah, that's I bought it just to add some stuff in the background. You can resample it as well and make some pad with. I mean, I will make a video as well about this, because this is like really nice little box to kind of create weird notes that you can put in the background. And yeah, and then it's just my notepad with where I put all of my LED. Yes, and not down. So let me just put some light. All right, so down I have, it's my DJ mixer, it's the Zone 42. And yeah, the controller is just in the meantime like this. I can use Tractor and kind of DJ when I miss it. But to be honest, I don't really use it that much on the last time. And this little box is just a lot of tools that I have for this little box as well. But yeah, I will make a video, like I said, later. All right. And let's jump into the other actually. So here you have two distortion pedal and Cog I think it's the monotone delay or something like this. And I don't use them honestly. The pedal I bought them like for 30 euros second hand a long time ago, and you know, it's kind of stuff you don't sell because you know it doesn't worth nothing. So, but I tried it last time, but it was too much noise for me. So yeah, I kind of stopped using them. Here I have just some magazines when I'm bored, when I'm traveling, and I need to read in the airplane. Here is it's another pair of headphones. It's again the DT 770 Pro, but this one is the 32 ohm, and I bought this because I've got the Subpac that I'm gonna show you in a minute. But they're not really great honestly. Don't buy this one. That doesn't really sound good. It's better to buy the 250 ohm honestly. But yeah, and then these two as well, I will come back later. That's the free giveaway. Let me just go there. So I've got this which is the Subpac, and this is pretty great if you don't have subwoofer and if you want to feel the bass and without disturbing your neighbor or your girlfriend or your parent or whatever. It's a great way to feel it in the bass, and it's pretty dope honestly. And so that's why I bought this other headphone, is because they was recommending to use a 32 ohm headphone with, but it doesn't sound really good. I use my normal headphone and yeah, it's still working. Or sometimes I even put my speaker and then after I put the Subpac, and it's kind of acting like a subwoofer. But yeah, it's great stuff. All right, so now let's talk about the giveaway. And for the giveaway, I've got two things for you. So it's things I want to get rid of because I'm not really using them. So it's the Behringer BCR 2000 and the Behringer BCF 2000, and it's both MIDI controller. They work well with Ableton. There is plenty of tutorial. You can even use this one as a sequencer. You have like a ZAC sequencer, which is great. This one you need to put in Mackie mode, I think, and is automatically detected by Ableton. Yeah, great controller, and I just don't use them. So instead of selling them, or I say, okay, why not to do a giveaway? So unfortunately, it will be only for people in the UK or in the European Union, because I cannot afford postage from Asia or America. I mean, it will be too much. So yeah, just comment, and I will pick up someone randomly, and I will send it to you after that. And yeah. All right. And one thing, yeah, I forgot to talk about is actually this stuff. So this is like a laptop stand. It's from Amazon. It's the other way around, basically. and it costs £15. And basically you can see like all of my stuff, they are like not flat, they are like in the inclination. And the reason why is just because to save my back, and this way I don't have to bend my back, and I don't have back problem, and it's just like straight away. You can stay straight on your chair and still use your stuff. So I know it doesn't really look good, doesn't really good for Instagram picture, but I don't give a shit. Alright, so that was it. I hope you like it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Do not hesitate to like and subscribe, and see you soon, guys. Bye bye.